Your favorite American brands might not even be made in the US. From the car you drive to the jeans you wear, brands often make you feel a particular way about yourself, and that way might be more American. While brand marketing can be incredibly effective, it often misleads people. Some products that have American as part of their names or slogans actually do very little assembling, if any, in the US. Keep watching this video for a rundown of popular so-called American brands that manufacture products elsewhere in the world. You'll find that some of these companies are owned by corporations outside the US. Of course, that doesn't mean their products are any less reliable. LL Bean. Retail company LL Bean flaunts itself as one of the few American brands that still operates a U.S. manufacturing facility. While that's true, the bulk of the company's products are manufactured in China, a fact that made headlines recently after Donald Trump encouraged people to buy its wares. If you're interested in buying LL Bean items that are made in the USA, the signature duck boots and canvas boat and tote bags are manufactured in Maine. According to the company website, the New England facility employs more than 400 people. Financial stats. According to the privately held retailer, its $1.6 billion in net sales last year represented a slight uptick on 2015 numbers. The brand is highly trusted, in part owed to its stellar lifetime warranties. Levi Strauss & Company. Levi Strauss been a staple of American denim for generations. Its products are durable, making them a great pickup when you're trying to save money on clothes over the long term. However, only particular styles are 100% American made. In fact, a quick search on the company's website produces just a handful of styles made start to finish in the US. The denim for these products comes from North Carolina, and the jeans themselves are constructed in Texas. The rest of the brand's apparel line is made in Asia, with the company operating 17 factories in Bangladesh. Financial stats. Levi Strauss, LVISF, stock has increased from $2.35 per share in April 2016 to $3.04 as of March 2017. 2016 marked the fourth consecutive year for profit growth. New Balance. New Balance is another one of those so-called American brands that's not entirely made in America. In fact, New Balance manufactures just 4 million pairs of sneakers each year in the US. According to the company's website, that number represents only a fraction of total production, as most New Balance shoes are made in Asia, according to NPR. If you want made in USA athletic shoes from New Balance, note that they come with higher price tags. Financial stats. New Balance is a privately traded company. In 2015, the business earned $3.7 billion in revenue, according to Forbes. Radio Flyer. The red metal wagon helped make Radio Flyer one of the most iconic American brands. However, this beloved children's plaything is not made in the Chicago plant anymore. The famous red wagon has been a product of China since 2004, according to NBC News. Radio tricycles and scooters are also made in China, along with other assorted items. Financial stats. According to Forbes, the company had $110 million in revenue as of January 2016. Melissa & Doug Toys. Melissa & Doug products can be found in many American households. The toy company made a name for itself by producing colorful wooden toys, games and puzzles, and has achieved great success in today's technology-driven world despite its relative simplicity. Boasting a handcrafted feel, these toys might seem as American as Lincoln Logs, but they're actually made in China. Still, parents can rest assured knowing the products are examined carefully for safety. The toys are tested multiple times, including by the founders Melissa & Doug and their children. Financial stats. In 2016, ABC News said the company was worth $350 million. Brach's Confections. Famous for its caramels, Brach's Confections has been a staple of American candy jars for more than 100 years. Although America's candy maker graces the bag, in actuality some of these treats come from elsewhere. In 2012, the candy brand merged with Ferrara Candy Company, which has production facilities in Mexico. To determine where the candy you buy is produced, you'll have to read the back of the bag carefully, as there's not a full disclosure on the company's website. Financial stats: Brach's Confections is a privately held company founded in 1904. No recent financial statements are available to the public. Major League Baseball is practically synonymous with American culture, so you'd think that those pricey souvenir baseballs at MLB games would be American-made. However, the manufacturer, Rawlings Sporting Goods, produces them in Costa Rica. According to Reuters, workers spend 10 hours a day forming 108 stitches on every baseball. The balls are then shipped to Miami, where they'll eventually be used for only a few pitches each. Financial stats: Rawlings is a private subsidiary of Newell Brands, which is publicly traded and includes products such as Rubbermaid and Sharpie. Ford Fusion: some American automakers don't deliver entirely on the American-made promise. The Ford Fusion is among America's best-selling vehicles, but it's made across the border in Mexico. According to Auto Guide, the model sold 265,840 units last year, making it one of the top sellers in the U.S. Other models like the Fiesta and Lincoln MKZ are also made in Mexico, according to the report. Financial stats: Ford's stock dropped slightly at the end of the first quarter of 2017. Revenue has increased since 2014. American Girl dolls, boasting retail stores across the country and the word American in the name. American Girl seems like a company that would manufacture its famed dolls in the US. In actuality, these dolls are made in China like many other products by parent company Mattel. According to the company's website, more than 29 million dolls have been sold since 1986. Although they're manufactured overseas, American Girl dolls are distributed from a warehouse in Middleton, Wisconsin. Financial stats: American Girl Brands, LLC, is a privately held company. The last financial statements, which were released in 2013, showed sales of $659 million, a 10% increase from 2012's figures. Chuck Taylor All-Stars: although the shoes were first worn by basketball players, Chuck Taylor All-Stars, also known as Converse All-Stars, quickly became popular among non-athletes. Buoyed by musicians and celebrities, this brand has been around since the early 1900s. Americans have worn them for generations, but these shoes haven't been manufactured in the US since the early 2000s. In 2003, Nike bought Converse and moved production of All-Stars and other styles to Asia. Financial stats: 2016 revenue decreased by 1% to $1.96 billion. Converse accounted for 6% of Nike's total revenue in 2016, according to Vault. Ram 1500, one of America's most popular vehicles, is actually made south of the border. According to U.S. News & World Report, some Ram 1500 regular cab models are built in Saltillo, Mexico. In addition to Warren, Michigan, the Ram pickup truck sold over 489,000 units last year, making it the third best-selling vehicle in the U.S., reported Auto Guide. Financial stats: Ram is part of Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, or FCAU, a publicly traded company on the NYSE. Since April 2016, FCAU stock has increased from $7.73 to $10.96 per share. Revenue has been consistent for the past 3 years. iPhones and iPads. Apple is known for being an innovative brand. More recently, it released a Clips app that competes with Snapchat, but that's not what made the brand so popular. The iPhone and iPad might feel as American as the pie that shares their name. However, even though Apple has its headquarters in California, manufacturing is done in China. According to Bloomberg, Apple had shut down its last U.S. manufacturing facility by 2004. While Trump promised to get Apple to produce its devices in the U.S. again, there is no evidence of this happening in the near future. Financial stats: Apple, AAPL, is a publicly traded stock on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. In 2015, the company saw a jump in revenue from the year before, but in 2016 both total revenue and gross profit decreased. Gerber baby food. When you hear the word Gerber, you probably think of the cute Gerber baby pictured on every label. Dating back to the 1920s, Gerber was the first baby food sold in American grocery stores, making it something of an institution. However, These days it's actually part of Nestle, the Swiss company best known for its chocolate. Although Gerber does not disclose its manufacturing list on the website, Nestle states that the company has 418 factories in 86 countries. Financial stats: Nestle, NSRGY, has increased its dividend share over time and offers a 2.99% yield. The company reported $46.3 billion in revenue or sales for 2016. Ray-Ban sunglasses. Ray-Ban is among the most recognizable sunglasses around, and while the style is deeply ingrained in American culture, the brand is actually manufactured in Italy these days. The iconic eyewear was once made in the US, but Bausch & Lomb sold the brand to Italian eyewear company Luxottica in 1999. According to FromesDirect.com, most Ray-Bans are made in Italy, but some are produced in China, where Luxottica also has factories. If you want American-made frames, you'll have to find vintage Ray-Bans. Financial stats: profits for Luxottica, Lux, dropped in 2016. The stock is currently close to its yearly high price of $55.08. Play-Doh. This colorful item has long been a favorite plaything for children. Although the moldable clay originated in Cincinnati in the 1950s, Play-Doh hasn't been produced in the US for decades. It's actually a product of China, though this fact is set to change in the near future. According to the Wall Street Journal, Hasbro, the maker of Play-Doh, expects to open a production facility in Massachusetts by 2018. Financial stats: Hasbro announced revenue of $5.02 billion last year. That's a 13% jump from the previous year.